What is capoeira? Capoeira is a unique Afro-Brazilian martial art that merges dance, acrobatics, music, and spirituality into one fluid, mesmerizing practice. At first glance, it might look like a dance battle, but behind the graceful kicks and spins lies a sophisticated combat system designed to deceive, surprise, and outmaneuver an opponent. Practitioners are called capoeiristas, and the game they play is called jogo. Capoeira isn't just about physical skill, it's also about strategy, militia, malice or cunning, and self-expression. Every movement in capoeira tells a story of resistance, freedom, and cultural pride. The origins of capoeira. Capoeira was born in the 16th century during Brazil's colonial period, a time when millions of Africans were forcibly brought to Brazil as slaves. Many of these Africans came from Angola and other parts of West and Central Africa, where they practiced various combat games and ritual dances like Ngolo. On plantations and in hidden runaway slave communities called quilombos, these African traditions merged with new influences to form capoeira. The enslaved people used capoeira as a form of self-defense and a tool for escape, often disguising their martial techniques as dance to fool their overseers. The word capoeira is thought to come from the Tupi words ca, forest, and pau, round, referring to the low brush where runaway slaves would hide. By the 1800s, capoeira had moved to Brazil's urban centers like Rio de Janeiro and Salvador. In the cities, it became intertwined with street gangs and criminal groups, leading the government to outlaw it in 1890. Despite brutal repression, capoeira survived underground, maintaining its core as a symbol of resistance and resilience. The revival, Mestre Bimba and Mestre Pastinha. Capoeira's turning point came in the early 20th century thanks to two visionary masters, Mestre Bimba and Mestre Pastinha. Mestre Bimba, seeing capoeira's declining reputation, created Capoeira Regional in the 1930s. This style introduced structured sequences, a formal belt system, and emphasized athletic, powerful movements suitable for real combat. Bimba opened the first capoeira school in 1932 and gained official recognition in 1937, transforming capoeira from a forbidden street practice into a respected cultural sport. Mestre Pastinha championed Capoeira Angola, the more traditional style rooted in slow, strategic, and playful movements close to the ground. His approach emphasized militia, improvisation, and the spiritual aspects of capoeira. In 1942, he founded the first Angola school in Salvador, preserving the art's connection to its African heritage. Styles of capoeira today. Today, three primary styles are widely practiced. Capoeira Angola focuses on strategy, low-to-the-ground movements, ritual, and the philosophy of cunning and patience. The game is often slower, but no less intense. Capoeira Regional, fast-paced, athletic, and combat-oriented. It emphasizes explosive kicks, takedowns, and acrobatics. Capoeira Contemporânea, a modern hybrid that blends elements of Angola and regional. It allows for creative expression and often includes dramatic aerial moves, making it popular for performances worldwide. Fundamental techniques and movements. At the heart of capoeira lies the ginga, the swaying footwork that keeps the practitioner in constant motion. Ginga prevents predictability, making it harder for opponents to land attacks and keeps the capoeirista ready to move in any direction at any moment. From ginga, capoeiristas launch kicks like the martelo, hammer kick, meia lua de compasso, compass half moon kick, queixada, reverse roundhouse, and rabo de arraia, stingray tail kick. Defensive techniques focus on esquiva, dodging, which involves ducking, leaning, or rolling out of the way rather than blocking directly. Rolls, cartwheels, AU, headstands, and ground movements, negativa, rolle, all blend to maintain flow and trick the opponent. Acrobatics are another defining element. Flips like macaco, monkey flip, mortal, backflip, and ponte, bridge, showcase agility and control, often used to evade or set up attacks. Weapons and historical combat. Although modern capoeira is generally unarmed, historically, capoeiristas carried knives, straight razors, or even concealed blades in musical instruments like the berimbau. Some early street fighters were notorious for taping blades to their ankles or using makeshift weapons hidden in hats or umbrellas. Today, weapon training exists mainly in ceremonial contexts and as a nod to capoeira's past. Music, the heartbeat of capoeira. Music is not an accessory in capoeira. It drives the entire game. The bateria, orchestra, usually includes berimbau, the iconic single-string instrument that dictates the rhythm and style of the game. Atabaque, a large drum providing deep, grounding beats. Pandeiro, a Brazilian tambourine adding bright, sharp rhythms. Agago and reco-reco, auxiliary percussion for texture. Songs are sung in Portuguese and follow a call and response structure. They may tell stories of historical capoeiristas, give advice, or taunt opponents. Capoeira songs fall into types like ladainha, opening solo, chula, praise and call, and corridos, sung during the game. The roda, where the game happens. The roda is the circle where capoeira is played. Formed by participants, musicians, and singers, it is a sacred space where the energy, arxe, of the game is shared. Two players enter the roda to engage in a dialogue of movement, blending attack and defense into an improvisational dance fight. Games can shift in intensity depending on the music and the player's intent, sometimes playful and theatrical, other times intense and combative. Ceremonies and symbolism. The batizado, baptism, is a ceremony where new students are initiated, receive their first cordon, belt, and often earn their apelido, nickname. These nicknames, a tradition from capoeira's outlaw days, are symbolic and often playful, reflecting a trait or story about the practitioner. Another ritual, the chamada, involves inviting an opponent into a slow, close interaction within the game. It tests trust, awareness, and the ability to read an opponent's intentions. Capoeira's global journey. In the 1970s, mesters like Jelen Vieira and João Grande brought capoeira to the United States and Europe. From small demonstrations to cultural festivals, capoeira began to capture global attention. Today, it is practiced in over 150 countries, with schools and rodas in cities from Tokyo to Paris to New York. Capoeira has also influenced other arts. It's said to have inspired certain breakdancing moves, and characters in video games like Eddie Gordo from Tekken have introduced capoeira to new audiences. If you like this video, subscribe for more and drop a comment to suggest what topic I should break down next.